Welcome to the Fix XX. I'm Mr. Fix, your anti-hero cyber ninja. Today, we're diving into Gungrave G.O.R.E. Long before Eve from Stellar Blade was doing the splits on the PlayStation 5, this Korean hero was shooting up the scenery on the PS2. Today, we're here to answer the ultimate question. Does Gungrave suck? Stick around to see if this Korean gunslinger has the skills you're looking for. So, we're talking about a game that, at the moment, is under $10 on Steam, with all the DLC included. Now, the version you're looking at here isn't the Steam version. This is the PlayStation 5 Physical Edition. I originally played this on Xbox Game Pass at launch, and I can tell you, hands down, the console version was the way to go. Back then, it wouldn't even run on Linux or Steam Deck, and it ran terribly on PC. Like most Asian releases with long PlayStation histories, this game favored Sony's current-gen hardware. That was all the way back in 2022. Is that still the case? Stick around and find out. Let's start with the quirky, artistic presentation. It's an anime-inspired shoot-'em-up reminiscent of Devil May Cry, and the character designs definitely carry that vibe, with a little Trigun thrown in for good measure. What makes Gungrave G.O.R.E. stand out to me is its unapologetic, arcade-style personality. It's an action game with exaggerated explosions and massive visual flair. In an era where even God of War feels a bit castrated, you have a game here that doesn't apologize for its violence. I love Korean action games as much as I love Korean action movies. If you like the visuals in this video, this game will be a treat for you. The musical score does the job and fits the overall tone perfectly. As for the gameplay, it's a straightforward third-person shooter. The biggest complaint most people have is a lack of variety, but for me, the mechanics are interesting enough to keep me engrossed in this cyberpunk noir version of Korea. Now, earlier I mentioned the PC issues. If you're a PC guy, I have good news and bad news. The good news, the game is now 100% compatible with Linux and Steam Deck. We tested it on CachyOS, and it smoked on our desktop with 0 tweaks and no tinkering. The bad news, if you want visuals better than the PS5, you better be running something well above the recommended specs. Speaking of specs, the recommended list asks for an i7-6700, 16 gigs of RAM, and a GeForce GTX 1080. But here's the kicker. To actually beat the PS5 version, we had to turn on ray tracing, push everything to high, and run it at 4K. I have no idea why a game with ray tracing lists a 1080 in the requirements. We didn't feel like testing this on Windows 11, but I'm sure it runs fine on Microsoft spyware. So, does Gungrave G.O.R.E. suck? No, not at all. Not for $25 on console or $8.99 on Steam. The sale might be over by the time this hits YouTube. But even at $30, it's a solid buy. If you like the indie content we bring you and want to support more games like Gungrave, hit that like button for the algorithm, subscribe for more indie gems, and hit the bell icon to stay notified. Bottom line, if you have a rig powerful enough to run this at 4K with RTX on, get the Steam version. I'd suggest an RTX 3070 or above to keep it smooth at our settings. That's it for the Fix XX. The pulse of the indie scene.